Hey there, YouTube. Got some updates on the short circuit hydro. Um, so, since you saw it the last time, I got the uh, servo mounted in I think, a cool and different way. So I took as you see, it's at an angle. So I took the mount and flipped it upside down. So that way, when my top covering is on, you'll be able to get to the screws to hold it down and to put the linkage rod on there a lot nicer. And then I mount my linkage rod holder there. I can't remember what material it is, but it's a plastic tube that I think works pretty well. Then I also mounted the motor in, and I couldn't get the motor to do the right angle that didn't put the hole for the strut way back somewhere in the very back. So I ended up pushing it a little forward, or tipping it back a little bit, so that way it got me a better angle here. So alright, what I do for struts is first I mount the motor, in this case mount the strut, and then put a tube or something onto the motor so you kind of get an idea of where you gotta cut your hole. From there I will put my, cut the hole, cut a little bigger until it slides nicely through the hole and onto that shaft, onto the motor shaft. Once that's done, you can put the bend in it to make the angle, or the turn into the strut. And then after that's done, you would cut that to length. In this case, I didn't need to cut it at all. And then this one has the Teflon liner in it. You can mark that once everything's assembled, and you know where the Teflon liner needs to stop. You can cut that off, and then figure out where you need to cut the cable, so that way it lands inside the collet in a nice spot there, making sure you have proper room between the collet and the stuffing tube, and the flex cable and the motor shaft ends. You don't want anything to be touching there. There's expansion and flexing and everything else, and when things stop into each other, they go other places that weren't designed to, and stuff starts exiting where it shouldn't be. So that's the update. Right now I have the 450 helicopter motor, 3500 kV in there. I think that I might be running that as long as I run the 3S 2200. Other than that, I just picked up some, where are they? Let's see, 5100. Well, yes, it is 2838 5100s. That could also go in here, and that would run better on my 2S setup. So for right now, we're gonna try to make it a 3S boat, and try not to flip it. But we'll see how that goes. And with the 3500 kV and the 3S, it'll put me under the ideal 40,000 RPM for spinning motors at. So yeah, that's progress so far. Next, I think now that we have all the hardware, we got the nut plates in everywhere they need to be as well. So now that we got all the hardware in, time for waterproofing. I like to paint on some fiberglass resin, just the resin, no matte or anything like that. I think that the plywood has enough strength in it to where I am just using the resin as a coating as opposed to a structural member. So, um, yeah, next time you see it, maybe we'll have the coating, the waterproofing done, and then get some foam into the front end and maybe a spot or two in the back there uh, for some flotation. But we'll see how much progress I can make. All right, see ya.